Hi, it's been a long time that we made some videos when I was in outing. So probably I'll make some small videos which completes the change course what we have developed. So we have discussed before about change, how the unfreeze model works, and then the change and how you get back to freeze. So we'll be talking about how exactly uh, your desired change works. So the first part of the change is, see, obviously, change is something what you would like to become, or the kind of desired result what you would like to get. It should it should be quite dear to you, something you really desire. So there is one old story, Indian story, wherein a guru and his disciple keeps going through, traveling to some distant place, and the disciple keeps asking the guru, uh, when will you show me the God? It's been weeks that I've been with you, and you have not yet shown me the God. When exactly are you going to show me the God? So he will be asking these things, and the Guru remains very calm and silent. They cross a small a valley of water. While walking through, again the disciple asks and he says, "Do you really want to see God?" Is what Guru asks, and the disciple says that, "Yes, I've been asking you for weeks." So the Guru will make the disciple dip into the water, and he holds, once he dips, the Guru holds his head inside the water, and won't allow the disciple to come out and have the breath. So he makes it for more than a minute, or a couple of minutes, till the disciple really suffers, and finally he comes out to snatch that breath of air, and he looks weirdly at the Guru and say that, "Have you gone mad?" Then the Guru replies, "The day when you really will look at for that gasp of air, you fight for that gasp of air, if that is your level of desire, or the willingness. Desire is probably a bad word. You have to get through some desires. You have to probably sometimes casually go ahead and uh, take your goals." Uh, because nothing is so impossible, because you have already imagined it, you can do it. So the whole analogy of the story is very simple. If what you want is so high clarity for you, like that gasp of air of the disciple, then change becomes quite effortless. So we are talking about how to get to that particular change. It is very individualistic, it is very unique for you, and it has to be custom made. And even the style of working towards is quite unique to you as your own style. So, having said that, we'll get into what exactly how you can go through this. The first thing I would like to say is, uh, when you talk about change, we'll talk about the change as the word itself. So, what is this word change all about? So, the moment you talk about, say, change, so let's say, uh, when you talk about the change, what is your first thought when you hear the word change, and how do you feel it? You feel change is difficult, change is hard. Many have tried and not succeeded. For me, I think it is simple, but again, I would like to do tomorrow. What are the thoughts? So kindly go ahead and observe those thoughts. The moment you know what the change you had to do it, please be very clear about it. You have to be crystal clear about it. Then looking, just observe the thoughts. the moment you think about that particular change. Okay, and what the thought is for the mind, the feeling is for the body. Please remember this: the thought is for the mind, the feeling is for the body. And once you get an idea of the change, which is chosen by you, not by anybody else. It is absolutely the change you wish to become, or I mean, you wish to go through and become a better version of yourself, is what you're looking at. So, what are the thoughts while attempting to for that change? What are the exact thoughts come to your mind? Please be aware of it. We're not saying that a change should happen right now. No, okay. Uh, Many people will take ages to even become aware of the thought and see how does it look into the feeling, see what's happening in your body. So, and be aware of the feeling when you think about that change or try to do something about the change, which probably might be difficult right now. At this moment, probably you will get those process. Once the process is clear, I'm pretty sure it becomes a little more easier. So, right now, when the word change comes or the goal of the change comes into your mind, what's the thought and what's the feeling? Thought is the language of the mind, feeling is the language of the body. So observe both of that. That is actually awareness. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is the image. So um, many times you got an identity. If your sum total of what you are seeing externally, uh, like the way you look, probably the bank balance, what you have, the health you have, the people around you, everything is the result of what image you had is your previous image. That means it would be years before, or months before, or decades before. There was some image, and that's the result you are able to see right now. So there is no need to observe what you have around you right now. It's not a problem, just because of the previous image you have this present external factors what you are able to see, whether it is how is your health or wealth or relationships, or it could be anything. So your present things need not determine your future. So that's the first step you should understand in change. Your previous image is the reason for the results today. So once you change your present image, the future, the outcomes will be what you wish to become. So it's not about you looking out for those external gains. The first thing is the person what you become is more beautiful than what you're going to acquire. What you acquire or what you delete is just an ongoing process. You need not worry about it. What is the image you would like to see yourself as? Is the image of you being, uh, let's say, a confident, enthusiastic, and bold person? Or would you like to be a charming person, or a very abundant person? You think about the image what you look into, and in this image you have to think about two things. One, can you picture yourself in that image, yourself, like probably where you are, what kind of dress you have wore, or what kind of people you're around? That is one image wherein you are imagining yourself. That's number one. The second image is even more important. The second image is you're not looking you yourself as a third person. You are seeing you in that particular image, the desired image. What exactly are you looking into? What are the external things what you are able to see in one particular moment? It could be a small get together or an event or a business meet, or anything which you really desire to become. So that is the image you had to look into it. So please spend a good amount of time to make this image as clear as possible. You can close your eyes, you can think about it, you can visualize it. Uh, so that is the image which you look into. And when you look into this image, look into more of your traits or your personality, like the way we mentioned, like you're confident, you're bold, you're enthusiastic, you're charming, you're doing your beautiful work and you're enjoying it, something of that kind. You have beautiful work ethic, uh, and you really are enjoying it. So that's the kind of image you're looking at. Uh, if the change is simple, uh, and if you think that the word change or the change is going to be simple, it is going to be beautiful because you have imagined it and it is unique to you and it's quite beautiful, there's no doubt about it. So change can be very simple once you are aware of your thought and feelings, you have addressed your image, then things become simple and you will enjoy the journey as well. So again, we are coming back to the word or the change or the exact change. What do you want to become? It need not be hard. It need not be difficult. It need not be suffocating. If it is all those things, it is just because we have not addressed the thought and feel. We have not addressed the image. Once you do these things, change can be simple. Just think about it. And whenever you feel it's hard, you can think change can be simple. See, when I mention simple, I'm not mentioning easy. Okay, there's a difference between easy and simple. It is simple when you know how to go ahead, step one, step two, and let's say that it becomes simple. Once it becomes simple, it becomes beautiful as well. So change definitely can be simple and beautiful. That's about the word. Now we'll go through a little bit of present process and then look into how change actually happens. So so what's the present process? The present process is very simple. It goes in circles. So the present process is all about how you are actually looking into a few aspects. So what's happening usually in many people? So this is a cycle. You have come to this video just because it's not that this is the first video. There are hundreds and thousands of videos out there. You would have read books, you have met people, you have your own internal knowledge. There's so much you already know. But for some reason it hasn't worked, and probably you're looking at for let me try this out, which is a beautiful habit because you're not given up. Giving up is done; it's all over. You're not given up means 100%. There's a lot of not just hope. It is definitely doable. So many times what happens is any person will be in this cycle. They will have the belief that they can change to become the better version of what they would love to become, and probably the next moment they get into the doubt. Again, they'll get back to the belief. Probably after 1 or 2 days or a week or two, again they get into a doubt. So this belief and doubt cycle keeps continuing. Let's be a little kind to ourselves. This is quite natural. This is absolutely natural, and this is normal. Uh, we see a lot of people getting into kind of a self-sabotage or a self-blame if they go through this. It is perfectly natural, it's perfectly human, and it's perfectly normal. Just be aware of that. That's it. When the belief and doubt, the question is the ratio. Doubt does come. It's okay. It is kind of our protective instincts which are getting into it. We don't want to fail. The mind doesn't want you to go through the kind of a mini failure or setback or losses and other things. That's why the doubt protects you. It's not completely negative. The question is when the doubt comes, how fast will you get back to your belief, which is your nature, which is your true nature, that you know it is doable, you know it is achievable, you know that you have the skills and talents for that, and you're getting caught with this cycle. So how to do it? I'm not saying that completely remove the doubt and only work on the belief. There's nothing called as nothing is white and black, nothing is in extremes. So keep it simple. Ensure that you once in doubt, Allow the doubt, be aware of the doubt, try to come back as soon as possible for the belief in the next try. And this is a slightly a sorry figure, the next step. 98% people stretch so much into a doubt and they get into something called as imposter syndrome or certain negative habits and other things. 98% actually they go on and on and on, and they practice this belief and doubt cycle so much they really become masters in it. um, so they become masters in getting distracted, they become masters in doubting themselves. And 98% people actually they don't change and they die, which is a sorry thing, but it can happen to anybody. So let's not take certain things lightly. So lots and lots of people, uh, the majority. This is not as per the survey; it is more of observations and done by a lot of psychologists as well. Um, 98% get into this cycle and they die, which is a sorry thing. We can cover it up with saying that okay, ignorance is also blissful because they is not aware of it. It's okay, and we get into something called as a comparison syndrome, saying that okay, our life is a little better than them. Let us be happy with it, and that's what is a killer for your own skills and talents, which can produce a lot of value. Remember this fact, and if change can't happen at this moment or today, and if you don't do a micro change or a micro step towards it, this is more likely to happen, because if we are not doing that, we are practicing the belief and doubt cycle, or a cycle wherein doubt is more stretched than belief. So keep this in mind, and the other side is equally beautiful. That's exactly what we mentioned, because a doubt protects you, and moving with doubt is a slightly painful. Procrastination happens. See, even during procrastination, what happens is, as you know, uh, it's not that during procrastination you are in a state of meditation, isn't it? Even at those times, the thoughts and feelings are there. Uh, the question is, where do you want to align your thoughts? Where do you want to align your feelings? In spite of you at work or procrastinating, thoughts and feelings are quite common, isn't it? In both the states, whether you are at a kind of a flow state of productivity or procrastination, in both these states, thoughts and feelings are common. The question is, during the procrastination, thoughts and feelings are distractive, uh, probably negative, or something what you really don't enjoy. And that makes procrastination hard. When you're working, or when you're with fun, or any of the desired state of mind what you require, you will be much happier. So rightly said, I mean, if you closely observe, procrastination is more difficult and more struggle and more suffocating than the other side of it. You want the other side of it, but somewhere we tend to procrastinate and be in a state which is more difficult than value creation kind of a state of mind. So again, procrastination is also normal. There's nothing to feel wrong about it. Everybody procrastinates. The question is, how long do you procrastinate? How do you want to shorten that? That's number one. See, work is fine. Spending quality time with your friends and family, having fun, everything is productive. You don't say that only work is productive. Having good time with your own people is also definitely productive. Procrastination is when you want to do something, you don't want to do something because something is holding you back. It is all by yourself, and you get into distractions. So, what is the first step of that? Just be aware of it. What are your thoughts and feelings during procrastination? Just be aware of it, and you'll start liking it. That is the first. That's the first step. So, what exactly happens during the procrastination, and probably what's the first step before we get into change? If you look into this first step It is about think about this. That's it. During procrastination, if you feel bad, you'll usually get negative thoughts. You internally you are aware that you are not happy of what you're doing that particular moment. Okay, there is no hard fix for this. This is one thing. What you would like to, what you should keep in mind, and you have to practice. Starve the negative. Start the negative and feed the positive for the next 3 minutes. Whenever you feel you are getting a negative, uh, you might think, okay, I'll do it for tomorrow or day after, and you'll start repeating the same thing. So you say that I'm not going to completely get off the negative thoughts or the bad feelings. Probably I want it sometime, even if you feel. But for the next 3 minutes, I'll get into something positive. That's it. Just 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, you don't feel positive, get back to your negative. No problem. No problem. So, if you start trying this, try and feel free to fail and try again. Then, let's say that you are not able to come into positive for the one 3 minutes. Okay, when those thoughts come and you are aware that this is unwanted thoughts, and you are not able to do that, at least try it. You can't do it. Okay, feel absolutely free to fail. Try again. Keep doing this. This is the first step, and there's a lot of neuroscience in it. But the technique is as simple as that. Can you do it for 3 minutes? Can you do it for 3 minutes? Can I do some micro work which I'll be happy for 3 minutes? It could be anything. It can be as micro as possible. It could be just probably removing one unnecessary thing out of your table right now and putting it somewhere else. Okay, the 3 minutes of positive. Whenever you are aware that what I'm going through, the worry cycle is being continuing, just go for this 3 minutes. Keep trying this 3 minutes activity, and it's going to do a lot of contribution to the change what you like, and it's going to do change the journey of change much more pleasurable. Now, in this video, we just discussed about two things, isn't it? How the word of change, and what you want to change, how do you feel and think, and image, and why it can be simple and beautiful. And we also discussed about the present process, isn't it? Which clearly we talked about the cycle of belief in doubt, and what happens during, and what is the procrastination, what exactly happens during procrastination, and a simple activity, how we can prepare to that for a very positive change, effortless, positive, and probably the fun change, and the some change you uh, really want it in your heart. Both your mind and heart both requires, when they get aligned, your mind wants it, your heart wants it. That's the kind of change we'll be looking into it. In the next video, we'll go through that change process. But following these two steps, understanding about the word and the present process is quite important. And please also try this activity as many times as possible before you get into the second video. Like, do one micro change for 3 minutes and get to the process of change. Then the change process video will give you amazing results. Please try this activity and then get back to the next video. Thank you.